entertainmentbuddha.com.
Hey everyone, Matt Haywood with entertainmentbuddha.com bringing you another The Walking Dead recap and review. Alright, so last night's episode was titled Forget. So what are Rick and his crew needing to forget? Well, that may be up for interpretation. We'll see what you thought. I'll let you know what I thought by the end of this recap and review. So, let's get started with the recap. It kind of opens up. Sasha still isn't feeling great about being in Alexandria. You can tell she's uncomfortable, doesn't think it's real, so she goes out and starts blasting the pictures of the families whose house she is staying in. Like I said, she obviously isn't really feeling Alexandria, hasn't fully bought into it like the other survivors, even though we kind of find out that Rick and them haven't bought into it either. They're kind of putting on a facade, if you will. So she's upset. It then transitions from there. You got Carol, Rick, and Daryl, who, let's admit it, they are the big three of The Walking Dead at this point in time. I mean, there's been other major characters, but they're either dead or gone or turned into walkers. So those three are definitely the key members of Rick's group at this point in time. So anyways, they meet outside at this, outside of Alexandria at this rundown white shack that we've seen in previous episodes that featured Alexandria. And they're discussing some shenanigans. Essentially, they don't trust these people. They think it's too good to be true. So they want to protect their asses by having some gats. All right, so they hatch a plan to break into the gun storage at Alexandria and take a couple pistols. You know, you never know when you're going to need a good 6-shooter to blow down your neighbor or shoot some guy named Aaron or blast some girl named Deanna in the face. So those three obviously are not trusting of Deanna and Alexandria in general, so they want to have some gats. All right, from there, the episode transitions into people kind of doing their own things. You know, Rick playing cop, Michonne wearing her cop outfit, kind of looking at it like, it's kind of missing a sword back here. Daryl goes out hunting, runs into Aaron, who he accuses of following him. And again, Daryl trusts no one at this point. He's not feeling Alexandria at all. He's in the category with Sasha, so he's not really liking it. Aaron shows up. He's basically like, yo, what the F are you doing here? Get out of my face. I don't like you. So anyways, the two bond over a wild horse they find that they try to catch, but tragically, the walkers eat it for lunch. It's kind of a sad scene. It's, just kind of reminiscent of the whole series in general. Like, life is such a beautiful thing, but in a zombie apocalypse, it ultimately always gets destroyed. All right, from there, the episode went into one of the most awkward dinner parties, cocktail parties I've ever witnessed. So Deanna, she has grand plans for Alexandria. She wants to start a new government. She really wants it to be civilized again. So much so that they live like there are not zombies outside their walls getting ready to eat them at any moment, or lunatic humans trying to survive getting ready to blow them up at any moment. All right, so they have this cocktail party and everyone's acting like, hey, it's normal. This is a good old party. We got some beer, we've got some booze. They got some music playing, so it was a really awkward event where I don't really know if it was for the Alexandria people to sniff out Rick's group to kind of get to know them better and see what's up with them, or if Rick and them went there just to kind of get the some behind the scenes on the Alexandria people. Some weird stuff went down. Rick had an awkward kiss with Jesse, who's he's obviously flirting with, and she's flirting with him even though she's got a husband, so there may be some hidden intentions there. Again, I don't trust these Alexandria people either. To me, I'm like Sasha. Shit is not real. Okay, there's no way this place is real. There's no way it is exactly as it is on its exterior. All right, so we got the weird cocktail party going on. At that point, Carol uses the time to sneak over to the gun shack and steal the guns Rick, and Daryl were talking about. Well, in the middle of stealing the guns, little Alexandria Sam shows up and he's like, hey, I followed you over here because I want you to make me more cookies. We all love cookies, especially Sam. So Carol plays it off. She knows she's caught. and this is probably the best part of the episode. She transitions into the Carol we know. Who earlier in the episode, she's like, hey, I get to be invisible again because all these people think I'm just some dopey housewife that likes to cook, when we all know she's a ruthless killer, probably more so than Rick and Daryl put together. So anyway, she corners this little Sam kid. She's like, now listen, Sam, this can go one of two ways. One, you keep this a secret and I'll make you all the cookies you want. Two, you tell your mom and I'm going to steal you away in your sleep, chain you to a tree outside of the fence, and let walkers eat you alive as you slowly die in their mouths. That was awesome. Mind you, Sam might be 8, 9, maybe 10 years tops. So imagine some lady seriously talking in your face, like, I will make sure you suffer if you tell my secret. So I love that. Love that from Carol. So anyways, Daryl and Aaron, they're starting to become buddy-buddy. He invites them over to dinner. They eat some pasta with Aaron's boyfriend, Eric. Eric tries to crack some jokes. You can see Daryl is actually starting to let his guard down a little bit and buying into the whole thing. Aaron seals the deal of Daryl joining Alexandria after he shows him a bike in his garage that he gifts to Daryl and says, you fix it, you can have it, because I want you to be a recruiter with me. So he doesn't want Eric going out and recruits anymore. He wants Daryl. So Daryl starts beginning of the episode, nothing to do with Alexandria. By the end, he actually chides Rick and Carol for taking the guns, even though they all three plan to take them. He basically says, like, listen, you guys want me to give this thing a try. I'm going to give it a try now, so I don't want any guns. Rick and Carol are like, hey, whatever, dude, we're keeping our guns. They roll back into town. Sasha's all freaked out. She flipped out at the party because all these people are talking about favorite food and whatever. And she's like, how the fuck can you care about food when we've got people eating each other outside and humans raping, murdering, cutting off limbs, all this fun stuff? How are you talking about favorite foods? So her and Deanna are kind of having a rocky relationship right now. It ends with Sasha saying, like, yo, Deanna, this shit isn't real. You're full of crap. This place is full of crap. Which Deanna says, you know what, Sasha? Get a better attitude, young lady, and get the hell out of here. So she didn't kick her out, but Sasha goes out on the run, probably to shoot more pictures of people. And it ends with Rick, just with a very sinister look in his eyes, with his gun in his back seat that he stole with Carol, listening to walkers banging on the wall. Like, hey, let me in. It's time to come hang out at the cocktail party. And it's kind of creepy. Like, Rick is like, yeah, this is a good thing, and we're starting to make our way and slowly, possibly take over Alexandria. So as a whole, it really wasn't a great episode. We're in the review segment now, just in case you couldn't tell by that segue. Not a great episode. I felt like it was going to go somewhere big, and by the end have this real big mysterious reveal or some sort of cliffhanger for next week. But overall, just further showcased Rick and his group transitioning, assimilating into Alexandria. So, you know, Daryl's arc was pretty great. He went from nah to I'm all about Alexandria. I don't even want a gun to protect myself if they go nuts. To Rick kind of staying slow and steady with his, hey, we'll play along with this, but at a moment's notice, if I want to take over, I'm going to start shooting people and take over. But really, the highlight of the episode is Carol. Again, her performance is just magnificent. She plays this, oh, hey, I'm Carol, let's go cooking, innocent role so well. And then, you know, you get her behind closed doors with Rick and Daryl, and she's like, we need some guns because we're going to have to shoot these people eventually because no one can be trusted. So Carol definitely was a shining part of this episode. I did like the whole scenes with the horse and Daryl bonding with Aaron. I thought that was pretty neat. But like I said, overall the episode wasn't fantastic. Nothing super shocking. Didn't really even get a good carrot dangled in front of us for next week's episode. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one an Entertainment Buddha 75 out of 100. So there's only a few more episodes left, people, in the 5th season of The Walking Dead. I'll make sure to do these recap and review videos as they roll out. We should have a new one coming up this Sunday, so look for the video next Monday. As always, this is Matt Haywood from EntertainmentBoo.com doing the ultimate recap and review of The Walking Dead, which airs Sunday nights on AMC. Make sure to hit the site on a daily basis because we make you a better geek, one post at a time. brains.
EntertainmentBuddha.com